is Kurt Friedrich. I am the owner-driver for CFRacing, and welcome to our second post-race video of the 2024 season. First off, I want to thank our sponsors, Kristen Murphy with eXp Realty. Kristen Murphy is a real estate agent in the Richmond area. She also does a lot with within the community of the Richmond area, and also does a lot with the service member community in the Richmond area. So if anybody's needing any help with buying or selling a home, I'll definitely have her contact information in the description below. So reach out to her and she'll be glad to help you with your real estate needs. I also want to thank Gyms by Denny on eBay for their continued support. Gyms by Denny on eBay is an online sales store. They provide cheap gemstones and settings, basically for custom work for people at home who want to save a few bucks and create some of their own custom designs, custom work off of the settings and gemstones that are provided on that website. So with that being said, let's go ahead and, well, we won't go right into the notes. First off, I'll also missed this beat there. I do want to also thank my family, Malou, and my kids for coming out and their support at the racetrack. I also want to thank their help as well. And also I want to thank you guys, the fans, for continuing watching these videos. Our views are going up. Our subscribes we're almost at 10 subscribers. So let's get one more subscriber out there so we can hit the milestone of 10 subscribers. So also I just want to say apologies to you guys, the fans. We're getting this video out a little over a week late. I was going to post something on Facebook with at least something saying where I was and where I went in the results. Where basically I went to Fort Dix, New Jersey for the Army Reserves for a week, and they basically had no service up there, and no internet in the barracks. So I was using my phone as a hotspot, and I was scraping the bottom of the barrel for connection up there. At one point I had to hold my cell phone in the middle of the barracks room, close to the ceiling, to get it connected to the computer, so get the hotspot to connect. So I didn't even get on Facebook at all the whole time while I'm there. So that's why we're getting this video a little bit late after the race weekend. Now with that being said, let's go ahead and hit the notes. So basically, the story of the day from the weekend, we did go to Capital City Speedway and race there. In the pre-race video, we had questions about it, if we were actually going to go there or not. So we did go to Capital City Speedway. When I entered in, I was the first one to enter. They did say that one other person was coming down, so I went walking around talking to some people who I do know, some people who I closely know, basically people who I know with Race Clone, and trying to encourage them to go sign up and race Clone Medium, Clone Heavy, so we can get the cart count up. We did get 3. We'll get to that with the results. But I was okay with that because then we basically turned it into another tire test, which is really what I'm wanting as well. So with that, practice. So we talked about some changes we made on the front end. With the first round of practice, went out in open practice. And I could tell some different stuff with the go-kart. That first round is really hard to really tell what the go-kart's doing because the track is wet. It just opened it up. It's muddy. But I just go out there and just kind of log laps and just feel what the go-kart wants to tell me at that point in time. In the second round of practice, definitely could tell a difference with the go-kart. Now the track's being run in a little bit. I could run the groove that I was wanting to run. I could run comfortably on the straightaways. The go-kart didn't feel darty like it has in the past. The kart felt real comfortable. I don't know where we were on speed compared to other people, but definitely did feel a little bit more comfortable, and I definitely do feel like the change that we made did make a difference. I don't think that it didn't flip the switch and turn the light switch on the go-kart where it was making it fast, but I definitely think it did improve. Let's go ahead and start talking about the heat races. So in the first heat race, I did draw numbers this time. I didn't tell them to go ahead and start me in the back. I drew first out of the 3. The second person, he was definitely one of the slower karts out there. Lapped him a couple times in the heat race. He started second, which I think that gave me some space to get for second place to get around him and open the gap up between me and the second place. I knew he was going to be quicker, so it was just a matter of, to me, the clock was ticking before he was catching me. And I'm watching the flag man, come on, give me halfway, 5 laps to go. Looking for the 2 lap to go signal. It's not coming yet. Finally, it does come, and I'm doing everything I can do to hang on, trying to go as fast as I can. I know this second place guy is going to catch me, and sure enough, with 2 laps to go, coming down the back stretch, he pulled up on my inside, and then we were coming up to lap that other kart, and he was able to use him as a pick, and I had to back off and let him go. Otherwise, I would have plowed into that other slower kart. So I ended up finishing second in that one. And then in Clone Heavy, in this one, I started third, and that other guy started first. That slower kart, again, in the middle. Was able to go right around him, right on the start. And then basically, I kept the leader in sight. I finished about a straightaway behind him. Was doing everything I could do to maintain speed and see if I could catch him, but just didn't have enough to catch him. But overall, going back to the first heat race, talking about how the kart was doing, it was starting to get really tight, which is one thing that I'm trying to get rid of, is that tight feeling. And I think I know the reason why it was getting tight, what I did with the tires to make it tight. In the second heat race, the kart pretty much stayed stable the whole time. There was a bump in 3 and 4 that I was having a hard time negotiating with. But I think as the tires were coming in, it started getting the air pressure built up a little bit. It started handling that bump a little bit more, but that was definitely throwing me off. After that, rains came in, wet the track down. I started working the tires for wet track, and then the rain did clear out, and they went out there, the track operators went out there looking at it. The track wasn't in that bad a shape. We could have gone out there and run again, I think. I think they could have also, but by the time the track dried and we got back to racing again, another storm was going to be moving in the area. So they said, hey, let's go ahead and call it a day, and let everybody get out there before the next rainstorm came in. So that was basically the results. Clone Medium started first in the heat race, finished second out of 3. Clone Heavy started third and finished second out of 3. So, plus it was Clone Medium. It was nice to have the Krista Murphy go-kart number 14 out front leading some laps. Not a big crowd, but still get out there and be in front, lead some laps. Really the first time since I come back to racing go-karts I've led laps at all. So I'll take it. It was good practice leading laps. I'm not gonna lie, my mind was probably not really where it should be, focusing on hitting my marks. It was kind of thinking about the guy behind me, and I should have been thinking about what's in front of me and hitting the mark. So that was a good lesson learned there for the next time I'm in the lead. We did let's see the card from last pre-race. We did meet a bunch of our goals, finishing the races. We did learn stuff from the tire testing that I think we could carry over to the upcoming races. And did learn some of what the kart was doing. Still, both those things, all 3 of those things are still going to be ongoing initiatives in the upcoming races for the rest of the season. Yeah, so again, another fun day of racing. Definitely looking forward to the next one. Definitely think we got some stuff that we can bring to be more competitive in the next races. So that being said, again, I want to thank our sponsors, Krista Murphy with eXp Realty, Gyms by Denny on eBay. If anybody else is wanting to get a little bit more exposure for their brand, reach out to me, let me know. Be glad to have you hop on board as an associate sponsor and help get you a little bit more exposure for your brand. I can talk to you about the details about what it takes to get a sticker on the go-kart and help you get more exposure. Again, I want to thank my wife Malou for her help and kids coming out, and also for filming this video. And don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, rate, share, all of the above. Our next race is going to be in June. We're going to shoot for about 3 races in June. So until then, next pre-race video will be then, and until then, you guys take it easy. We'll see you guys in the next video.